I wasn't gonna do a video on how much I hate plarium, but I fucking hate plarium. I'll say it. I'll say what the people are thinking, but they won't say it because they don't want to get demonetized or their ad revenue taken away. Well, I don't have that, so I don't fucking care.
In the depths of my mind, a demonic cackle. Joker's grin, mocking me, ready for battle. Chasing reality.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and we back with another episode of Raid Shadow Legends. Today we have a big day, big raid day, and I'm gonna break it down for you as I do some silver farming here, so I can get some silver right quick. But yeah, we got a big event today on. Let's check out the Plarium play schedule. Plarium Play did a patch too. You used to be able to Control Alt Delete, go into your task manager, and shut down Plarium Play, open it up again, switch accounts, and have two instances of raid going at the same time. They took that off. And now you can't do that anymore. So I had to download BlueStacks. So I've got BlueStacks downloading in the background. Well, it's already been downloaded. Now I just have to sign in. It works. It's basically like a cell phone on your computer. It's Android on your computer. So you can download like the Play Store, and you can have you can have pretty much any app that you would have on your cell phone on BlueStacks. So obviously you can have, multiple instances of raid open on there. But yeah, it's pretty cool, but it's a little clunky. I don't know. I got a new computer, so it might not be as bad on this computer, but on my other computer it was terrible. It was so slow. I was happy to just, do the task manager thing and open up two instances of Plarium Play, but they did a hot fix on that. I don't know why. Wasn't hurting anybody. They know people have two accounts. It is what it is. So we got today's the 26th. It's Friday. So we've got the Void Summon boost today. Two times chances for epic and legendary champions from Void Shards. We've got the free gear removal event going on right now for the next couple of days. We got the Serpent Titan event going on for the mithrala soul still. Now the Champion Chase event just started, as well as the Deck of Fate still going on. Man, if you could complete all these events, you're literally a hero, man, because it's going to cost to complete both the Deck of Fate and the Serpent Titan event. It's probably going to be roughly about $300 cash. So yeah, if you can, scrounge that up. You need the Ninja 6-star soul. You can get that if you win the Champion Chase event. And then it's going to be 40,000 points to finish the Deck of Fate event. So it's a lot of points to get, because the only ways that you can get points for the Deck of Fate is by opening soul stones or training champions. That's not very many ways to do that. I personally don't need to train any champions right now. I have two 6-star champions worth of food ready to go. Actually, I just did Cantra the Cyclone. She's going to be my Hydra debuffer and provoker. Don't sleep on Cantra, boys. She's really, really good. How much did I get from that? 185k. Do we have enough now to open up all these shards? Here's this gem pack here. This 2,400 gems for $39.99 is actually the best deal that Raid is offering right now. It's 40 gems per energy refill, so 2,400 gems divided by the amount of the energy refill, which is 40 gems, and we get 60 energy refills. And 60 for me is 130 energy per refill. So we times that by 130, the amount of the energy per refill. We have 7,800 energy for $40. That's, to divided by 40, you're getting roughly... Hey, that's not... That's not the equation I was trying to do. 7,800 energy divided by 40. That's roughly 195 energy per dollar. So it's, you know, like 1.5 energy refills per dollar, which is really good, usually considering Raid will charge you $1.50 per energy refill, or even $1 per energy refill. So in their best packs, and this is gems, so you can use it on anything you want. It's a purchase limit of 1. If you're going to spend extra money on this game right now, I would highly recommend doing that as opposed to anything else. Other than that, they've got the speed set. You can buy 6 pieces of speed that will roll flat stat, attack, defense, and HP on the boots, chest, and gloves. So if you want to go buy that, go right ahead. Waste your money. They've got a prism crystals times 40 for $13.99, which is interesting considering one pull is 25. So they're going to give you 1.5 prism shard pulls for $13.99. That doesn't seem right to me. They should just give you 1 or 2 and then adjust the price accordingly. But instead, they're going to try and make you buy 2 packs. There you've got the mini mix pack, 1 energy refill, 1 arena refill, 5 brews, 30k silver, a rank 4 chicken, a mortal soulstone, demon lord key, and an XP boost for $3.99. I wouldn't buy that. Even if I had a lot of money, I probably wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't buy that. Like, so you're getting basically the equivalent of a sacred shard if you care about these champions. Teox in the mix, really good champion there. Dracomorph, really good champion for clan boss. Pythion, really good champion for pretty much all areas of the game, including arena. Then you've got Necmo Thar. I don't know a whole lot about Necmo Thar. Debuffer. Oh no, he just increased turn meter. Increase turn meter, increase speed, grant extra turn, leech, decrease speed, AoE, decrease attack, A1, attacks all enemies. Probably really good with Legate Teox because of his... Oh yeah, his A1. So the ally with the highest crit damage will team up and join the attack, which is really good. That's on his A1. So you could get a lot of damage output there from Legate Teox and Necmo Thar in the Hydra. Krokmar the Devourer, I haven't read a whole lot about. Increased crit rate, increased crit damage on all allies, grant extra turn. Attacks all enemies, shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. Also heals this champion. Okay, I don't know how hard that hits, but if it hits hard, it's probably good. HP based champion. Attacks 1 enemy, attacks all enemies if the first attack is critical. So yeah, he'd be really good with Legate Teox as well. These Necmo Thar, Krokmar, and Legate Teox together would probably be a really good trio. But and then maybe throw in like a Farak in the Fat and a Duchess, and you've got yourself a Hydra team. Or I'm just someone in a Provoke set, someone in a Cursed set, and you've got yourself a Hydra team. So anyways, back to what I was talking about earlier. We've got the Artifact Drop Fever on right now. 3 chance to earn extra Lizard Men artifacts from the Spider's Den. We've got the Spider Tournament going on for another couple hours. Ice Golem's going to be starting tomorrow. Dungeon Divers tomorrow. More chance at Serpent Points there from those events. Going into Monday, we've got the Fire Night and another Classic Arena tournament. Those ones are really easy to complete. The Fire Night, if you've got the champions, is pretty easy to complete. But it can be a little time consuming if you don't have speed runs. We've got the 10x. Like, do you see the whole point? I'm saying this all, okay? Because the whole point I'm going to make about all this is it's really stupid. I mean, I remember the days in Raid where you used to have like an ice golem event going on, and then they'd have like the super raids, which was like an event in and of itself. Now they just have it all the time. Super raids, you can do that as like just an option. You know, we'd have the dungeon divers, maybe a classic arena, and an ice golem, and that'd be it. You know, now we've got 20 different events going on all at the same time. It's impossible to keep track of them all. It's like you're going to school or something. You know, I've got Champion Chase at 10 a.m. I've got Ice Golem at 3 p.m. I've got my Classic Arena class at 4 p.m. And then I've got, you know, and then I got to go home. I get to go home for the day. Take the weekend off. But there is no taking the weekend off in this game. If you take the weekend off, you're a year behind, and you know, so let's go ahead and open up these shards here for the Champion Chase. We're going to do the Champion Chase, which is the reason I wanted to do the video today. I need to do the Champion Chase anyways. I don't think I'm going to win first place because I don't have enough shards. Let's see what the scores aren't that high already. I'm pretty sure I can get into first place with the amount of shards that I do have and the amount of champions that I do have. So a legendary champion is only 500 points, and a legendary void champion is only 650 points. So I don't think I can win first place in this event, unfortunately, but I can get to that 4,200 magic mark there, hopefully. Although that's kind of a stretch. Again, with the amount of shards that I have, I'd be happy to just get even 3,000 points at this point. I've got a fragment summon that I can do, Cleopatrix. Right now, let's do that. That's 500 points. Kind of annoying that you only get 500 points. And I have to summon this outside of CVC, which is probably next week. So I don't get the CVC 40,000 points for summoning that champion, because Raid is being stubborn right now with all these events that you need to do things for. There's no more resources for, you know, for anything in this game, man. So we just got, what, 100k silver? 100 energy. There you go. So 100 energy there. I think I just exited out of that by accident. Let's go and open up the ancient shards here. I'm just going to do a 10 pull here. Any Legos? Or even epics. I mean, epics are decent. We'll take those. I don't have these epics. Gory is a Shadowkin. Looks like Uncle Fester, if everything went wrong. Dignity, passive, counterattacks with a cold comfort skill whenever an enemy places one of the bad debuffs on an ally. I'm guessing that's his 8th. Okay, that's his A1. Attacks one enemy 2 times, places an extra hit if the target is under a freeze debuff. Heals the champion by 10% of the damage inflicted. His A2 is attacks 3 times at random. Each hit has a 75%, 100% when booked. Chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn on a 3-turn cooldown. That's pretty good. Although if he hits the same champion 2 times, that's kind of annoying. Not bad if they resist the first one, then they can possibly get the second one on. Frostbreaker is his A3, attacks one enemy, will ignore increased defense and shield buffs. Will also ignore 50% of the target's defense if they are under a freeze debuff. Places counterattack and increase attack on this champion for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy. Not a bad champion if you don't have anyone better. I might build him out, I don't know. Verisec, Dark Elves. Inflicts 10% more damage against targets whose resistance is lower than this champion's accuracy. It's not a very good passive. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a decreased resistance for 2 turns. I'm not super fond of that. Dress Down attacks one enemy 3 times. Each has a 40% chance of removing one buff from the target. I'm not super fond of that either. Yeah, and then each hit has a chance of increasing the duration of a random debuff by 1 turn. That's a 50% chance. Probably wouldn't. I wouldn't really want this champion. Maybe if it was an early game, but I don't have any need for that as I'm not early game, so I'm gonna need some more silver here. Let's go ahead and do the Sacred now, I guess. We'll do the Sacred now, or do I want to do the Primals? Let's go ahead and do the Primals now, because I don't have... If we can maybe spike a Mythic Champion here, that would be insane. We're gonna... Yes, I'm pulling all my shards. Like, this is stupid, I know. I don't want to do this, but it has to be done. And just 2 rares out of my Mythic shards. So thank you, Plarium, for failing me once again. I appreciate you. Alright, so I've got a lot of energy here. I'm gonna go get some silver. Maybe I can pull this soulstone here. Bellower. I just got like 3 Bellowers in the last week, man. Perfect souls for them. Just some quick runs here on and get some energy or some... I'm not happy with Plarium right now. I don't like primal shards. I think that if you're gonna give primals out as infrequently as you give out, even more infrequently than you give out sacred shards, I think that they shouldn't have rares in them. But that's just my opinion. You could make it so that the chances of pulling a mythic champion is even less than it is now, which is already low to begin with, but I would rather even that than to have a chance of pulling rares from primal shards. I think it's just an absolute atrocity. I got 2 primal shards in the last month, and they both just got rares. I don't care at all about that. But the amount of work that I had to do to get those is insurmountable. Like, I spend days and days and days collecting primal quartz to get those things. And then they make you pull them during a non-2x event, which is absolutely crazy. And these runs are going to be like double time because I have Cantor in here leveling up to 60 right now. So it's going to be like... It's usually a 7-second run. It's going to take me 14 seconds to complete it because she goes faster than Bellower. And she doesn't do any damage, so... I guess we could continue taking a look here. Weekend special offers. Special weekend offers. Trying to get the pillow perfect position. Okay, so we've got special weekend offers, which you can get. Void Shard, artifacts, energy, gems. Don't get me wrong, I like these events. I just think that it's too much all at the same time. And you've got the Ninja Soul. You can get a Mythic Skill Tome from the Champion Chase event as well. For the Mythics that you don't have. Like, I think it's kind of funny. If you don't have a Mythic Champion on your account, I think you should have the option to trade that off for a legendary skill tome. I mean, I guess you could use those as legendary skill tomes if you really wanted to. So I guess it's not so bad, but... And I probably would. I mean, I don't foresee myself getting a mythic champion this year at the rate that I get primal shards. It's just not feasible. I'm going to stop this battle here. We've got another little bit here. We can go and... I mean, is there a mercy rule on these? Yes, there is. 200 summons. So by 10 years from now, I'll hit the mercy on primal shards at the rate that they give me primal shards. Alright, let's open up our sacred shard and get our epic. The reason I say that I know we're getting an epic is because I just opened up a legendary on my last pull outside of a 2x event. It was Ray. We got Ray. I'm not even going to give that champion any spotlight because I don't know who that is, but we got Ray. Old school champion has been power creeped quite a bit, but does some cool things. With the introduction of the new gear set for Feral, I think she will be good. I think she will be really good because let's take a look at this Feral gear that I just got from doing the siege. So it's basically she's one of the champions that's power hungry as well as accuracy hungry. So you could put the accessories on her, and if you put 3 accessories on her of Feral, she's going to get an extra 80 accuracy. So then you could spec the rest of your gear. A lot more of it can go into damage, which is nice. But before Feral gear, like me, a guy in my stage of raid, like, would not be able to build out array for both damage and accuracy. Just not possible. So I got those 50 there. I got mythical charms. I'm pretty close to the finish line, although I don't know if I'm going to get there. I still need 400 points. Hoping to do that today. Let's open up these voids here. Painkeeper, that's a good one for if you don't have it. If you don't have an unkillable. She's one of the unkillable champions that you can get that help out with resetting your cold. I'm looking for even if I could just get like a Inquisitor Shamail or you know, any epic. Just give me any epic at this point. I don't even care, man, because I'm losing my faith here, right? No, they're not going to do it for me. Another Cold Heart. Hey, that's my 3rd Cold Heart. I'll take that, man. That's as good as gold for me. Happy with that, actually. Castigator. Another epic. I don't need any blue shard epics, really. Alright, Plarium, where are we at now? So we pulled 2 mythic shards, 1 sacred shard, like 15 blue shards, and I'm only got 1800 points. So there you can, and I opened up a legendary from my, I did open up a legendary as well, so it's not easy. I might have to do the old mystery shard strat where I just crack all these mystery shards. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do. I'm not gonna do it on camera, obviously, but I really need those points. I really need those I really need those champion chase points so I can get this. So if I open up all those shards, that's 1200 points. That puts me at 3000. We got a long ways to go, man. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna achieve the mark. Cardiel is the 10x. Really good champion. If I could get I would have to get a legendary from one of these pulls in order for me to have any sort of chance. As we pulled 2 mythic shards, 1 sacred shard, 5 void shards, and 20 ancient shards. And no Lego. There's an epic, that won't help. Although I don't have that epic. Ursine Ice Crusher. Not a very good champion. I would probably not build this champion out under any circumstances other than you literally have nobody. So I don't have my weekly coming in anytime soon. My monthly's not coming in anytime soon. So I'm pretty much just relegated to the cheap seats, like pretty much everyone else in the game right now. So, Plarium, you gotta fix your shit, man. Like, how do you expect us to do this? To do this, 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 and this with like 500 energy a day. It makes no sense. No sense, dude. So now you've drained all of my resources. And now I don't have anything for clan versus clan except Forge and Great Hall, whatever I can level up in the Great Hall, which is like 8,000 points. So I'll get that. Forge points. Artifact enhancement, which is usually like 90% of my... So I don't get the 40,000 points from the fragment summon. I don't get any points from the shard pulls. I didn't get anything from the shard pulls because your shard drop rates are absolute dog shit. I haven't got anything from... I pulled like 20 souls. I pulled an Eternal Soul Stone, like 5 Immortal Soul Stones, and about 20 Mortal Soul Stones, and got absolute nothing. I got a 4-star Nut Soul. Like, I don't even have Nut, so it's pretty annoying when you get that. It's also annoying to know that I have absolutely no chance at a Ninja 6-star Soul. I have absolutely maybe like a 1% chance of finishing the Serpent Titan event based off of the amount of points that I need, which is 400 points, and then having to rely on the Deck of Fate to open up a total of 200 points. I've opened up 140, so I'm missing 60. There was already one event that I couldn't complete, which is probably going to be this one, so that I needed to make up for it in the champion chase, but I can't do that because apparently pulling $100 worth of shards is enough to get you the second tier of rewards. It's not even enough to get you 3,000. It's not even enough to get you 2,500 champion chase points. And you need 6,500 just to get the Ninja 6-star Soul. There's something seriously wrong with the way Plarium handles their business. They'll never fix it. I don't enjoy this at all. I don't enjoy having to stare at this. Really, there's no point in pulling. You get 10 points for a rare champion. That's the issue right there. You get 10 points for a rare champion. They should at least give you 100. I mean, so if I opened up 100 rare champions, that gets me 1,000 champion chase points. That gets me 1,000 champion chase points. An epic is 250. So I'll probably open up, in 100 shard pulls, I'll open up 5 epics. That's 2,250 points. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's heartbreaking, you know? Like, it's just heartbreaking. I don't know. There's no other way to describe it. We work so hard at this game. We save as much as we can, but then... What just passed? We just had a Sacred Shard 2x event, and then they dropped this bomb on us. Like, what do you expect? You expect me to go into the shop and buy what? There's no... Well, I can buy 1 Sacred Shard here for $40. That's my offer. 1 Sacred Shard for $40. That's what Plarium's offering me today. Plarium's offering me 1 shard for $40, and I just told you that even if that was a Lego, that gives me 500 tournament points. Where's the logic in this? Where's the logic in this? We just had a 2x sacred event. What did Plarium what did Plarium expect? That I wasn't going to pull shards for that? That I was going to foresee that I would need to hold on to all my sacred shards? I think I had like 10 of them. Even if they were all epics, which they weren't. But let's say they were. That's 2,500 points on top of what I would have got here, which is 21. So I would have right now enough to complete this event and get my mithrala. But obviously that's not going to happen. So here's what Plarium does. This is their famous scam artists, okay? This is what Plarium does. They thin your resources out so that you can't really complete any of the events, but you get close to completing them all, but you can't really complete them all. You can't even complete one, really, if you think about it. Because they put all these pre-events before them to drain you of your resources so that when the event comes up that actually matters, you're completely drained, and then they put a CVC in there, which just drains you even more. Yes, you've given me 100% gear removal cost. Thank you so much, Plarium, because that's exactly what I needed right now. I needed a gear removal during this time where the only thing that matters in the game is pulling shards and attacking Spider. The only thing that matters in this game is pulling shards, but Plarium has opted to go for the free gear removal cost for us this weekend. Instead of offering us, say, I don't know, 10 sacred shards for 50 bucks, you know, so we can actually complete the event. You're still getting money out of it. A lot of people would buy that. But no, their offer to you is 1 sacred shard for $40. You could buy 6 legendary skill tomes and 2100 energy for $40. Oh yeah, because that would help out a lot for me to complete my champion chase event. We'll see. It's a 3-day event. It's a 3-day event, but honestly, I'm completely out of it already. I'm out of the running already. Oh, Dungeon Divers event starting soon. So to kind of line up all of your events at the same time is pretty hard to do. On top of doing your dailies, on top of your faction wars, your clan boss, your siege. Let's see what we got for the garrison on the stronghold. These guys have good teams, but they're not like blow you out of the water teams. I could probably beat some of these teams. So if I can beat some of these teams with my arena defense, I'm going to put my arena defense in there because my teams are better than the teams that are there already. So this is my arena defense. What else do we got here? I could put something like this. I don't know if it would be good or bad. Maybe I should hold off. I could post up at the Mana Shrine or something like that. The Magic Tower. Magic Tower is busted. It's destroyed. Is this how you should feel when you're playing a video game? Just depressed and unhappy, miserable even? And then to do your Hydra battles, like your Doom Tower battles, your daily, your Cursed City battles, like what more do you want from us, Plarium? To do all this per day, to get this done on my regular account, takes about 8 hours. 8 hours of dedicated time and energy spent just to get all this stuff done. To get my campaign battles done, my dungeon battles done, my faction wars battles done, arena battles done. Tag team arena takes forever because they're not easy teams. Like, they're all hard teams. I have to rank up. I have to stay in the high rank because I need to do this quest, you know, top of the missions, reach silver 2 in the tag team arena. The missions, I'm on the Mermaitu missions, quests. If you've got challenges that you still haven't done, I've done all my challenges. They want you to watch their videos. I'm not watching your Arbiter series. I don't even care, honestly, at this point. Then they want you to do live arena. Takes another 2 hours a day if you do. I don't even do live arena because I just don't want to face Armands every 2 minutes. Shouldn't even be called live arena. It should just be called Armands PvP. That's really what it is, right? Armands PvP. That's what live arena is right now. Armands PvP. I'm not interested. Clan boss battles. You know, the nice thing about clan boss is they did add in instant battles, which is great. So you now have instant battles. We can just instantly battle the clan boss, which is great. Man, when I came back from my 2-year hiatus and saw that, I was like, wow, that's freaking fantastic. So you can get all those, you know, rewards. Hopefully we'll get some sacreds from the clan boss today. Although they don't really pop out until you see the 2x event for the sacred shards. That's when they really start to pop out on the Demon Lord for me. I'm not getting anything from the Hydra today. We just got our rewards yesterday. I have 400 gems. Whatever this is just going to add in more time. The Great Void, like, just going to add in even more shit for us to do that we probably don't want to do. And then Cursed City, like, fucking hell, man. They should throw in some shards. Like, I'm talking about, like, in... I'm not talking about on the bosses. Like, I'm talking about... Because, like, really, what is a shard? What is a shard? It's a worthless piece of... It's a worthless digital image that gets you nothing 99% of the time. So for that to be worth something to anybody, you'd have to have a screwdriver up your head. Like, that's why I don't buy shards typically, because you're just pouring your money down the drain. I wasn't going to do a video on how much I hate plarium, but I fucking hate plarium. I'll say it. I'll say what the people are thinking, but they won't say it because they don't want to get demonetized or their ad revenue taken away. Well, I don't have that, so I don't fucking care about any of that. I'll just say what is the truth, and that is the truth. I just got a sharp pain in my side. It felt like a fucking knife went in me. Are we good? We're gonna be okay? Alright, we're good. Wow, look at that. A legendary Skull Tome, an XP barrel, rank 5 chicken, 50 battles, and 500 energy for 20 bucks. If Plarium had half a brain, they'd fix their shit. But they don't care. They've made it clear. They don't say it. They'll never admit it, but they admit it through their actions that they just really don't care about us. They don't care about their players. And they never will. I just redid my Basilisk. I got him all retaliation gear now, so he doesn't hit that hard, but he hits often and he's very slow. So, you know, he can get like 5 or 6 turns before he actually takes a turn, which is awesome. I just need one more Basilisk and I'll have a +4 Basilisk. My Basilisk is pretty crazy, actually. You're about to watch what a Basilisk can do in arena defense. This is full auto. Full auto. That's a nice Madame Saris there. If we can beat this team, like if we can actually kill this team, I'd be shocked. But this team probably won't be able to kill us. Oh, Basilisk is going to go nuts here. If he gets one more counterattack here, oh yeah, it's over. Boom. Arbiter goes down. It was looking pretty bleak there for a minute. Get the ally attack as well with Necrit. Necrit's going pretty quick. Once we get that Madame down, then we can just start focusing on the Wither. Brimstone now. That brimstone will take her right now. She's dead now. You're dead. You're dead. That took so long. Oh my god. I like to do the tests like, can this team clear the page? I don't run this team on arena defense, but I do run them in tag arena defense. I've got another very tanky arena defense here, but it's not going to matter. Because my team is not looking to kill you. My team is looking to go second and wear you out. You're all petrified. You're not getting a turn. By the time you do, you're probably going to be dead. Good night. Have a nice sweet dreams there, Sil. I've made a decision. This was long before I did the champion chase pulls today, but I was just in the kitchen earlier and I said to myself, I'm going to take a break from these events and get back to the basics again, get back to what I love about this game the most, which is this is not a team that I would want to go up against. Trunda and Kaimar. Maybe without the Kaimar, we might be able to snake a win, but probably not, honestly. Madame, Arbiter, and Trunda is nasty. I highly doubt that we'll be able to win this, but you never know. This is a team that would probably take on... They have Madame and Stoneskin. Okay. This is a team that would probably... Oh my god. That Trunda didn't smack very hard. I thought we were all going down for sure there. We get a counterattack or something, bro? Oh, nice. Wow, we actually did it. I'm shocked. That Trunda did not hit very hard, bro. Dead. Yeah, so I'm going to get back to what I like about this game, which is just, you know, the feeling of freedom, being able to do what I want to do in the game. And not what Plarium wants me to do all the time. Yes, sometimes it's nice when you can actually complete the event, get the reward, not waste all your resources. Yes, it's great, but anytime other than that, it's just a big scam. Because not only do you not complete the event, but you waste all that time trying to complete the event. And those resources could have been used on future events that we could have actually completed. So I learned my lesson on this one. I thought I was going to be able to get the mithrala. That was really the ultimate goal, is just to get that mithrala. I didn't really care about the ninja soul, to be honest with you, because I knew I wasn't going to get that anyways. But like, you would have to pull probably at least 40 or 50 sacred shards just to have a shot in the pool that I'm in, just to get that. But yeah, I think that I'll have to think really long and hard before ever doing an event like that again, because they really didn't say like, they should give us an estimate, at the very least an estimate of the amount of resources that we're going to need to be able to complete the event without us having to do, you know, university level algebraic equations like Hell Hades Network, gaming network does for us. You know, to figure out if we're going to be able to complete the event or not. Like, Plarium should just say, they should like categorize the events as like, in terms of like how hard, at the very least how hard this event is going to be to complete. Like, this event is going to be extreme challenge. Like, the mithrala event, in my opinion, would be an extreme challenge, because to complete it, you have to do certain things. You can't skip them. You can only skip so much. So basically, if you skip the champion chase, you could skip one event. You could skip up to 250 points. So if you skip the champion chase, then you have to do all of the deck of fate. You have to make sure that you get all the points from the deck of fate and every other single event. So the two hardest events to complete were going to be the champion chase or the deck of fate. Because deck of fate, to get all this, that's about $150 worth of resources we've worked it out to be, just to get all that. I don't want to do all that. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not interested in... I have no soul stones, so I'd have to upgrade champions. I'm not interested in farming 12-3 for the next 10 hours. I'm sorry, it's just not, not what I want to be doing. And it's not needed. There's so many other things that I need to be doing right now. For example, farming sand devils, farming phantom shoguns, leveling, ascending my artifacts, finding better artifacts, getting my Minotaur scrolls. Like, I put off getting Minotaur scrolls for all these events. I don't have masteries for Mithrala yet. I don't have masteries for Ray. I don't have masteries for Herndig. I don't have masteries for Cantra, or for Akin the Fat, or my new Geomancer. So there's like 6 or 7 champions, or my Borgar the Elder. So that's like 8 champions. Or I'm not using Cleopatrix, but I wanted to do Ryan the Conjurer until I got Ray. So I don't have Ray's masteries. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. How much is it going to cost to do the masteries for all these champions? For Ray, 650 gems. 650 gems per champion. I got like 10 champions that need to be done here. That's 6,500 gems. That's like $100 if you bought the sale gems. That's $100 worth of gems just to do the masteries. And you'd have to farm them. You couldn't buy them. You'd actually farm them, which would take me like a week of doing nothing but Minotaur. But I actually have to do Iron Twins. I have to do the Potion Keeps. I have to do, the events, the Dungeon Divers, the Artifact Enhancement, like the Sand Devils. I got to do all this. Plus the Clan Boss, plus the Doom Tower, plus the Curse City, plus the Siege, plus the CVC, plus the Clan Boss, plus the Arena. Arena alone takes me like an hour, bare minimum, a day. Alone. Plus the Faction Wars, plus the Campaign Battles, plus whatever else I have to do if I have to tinker with builds, or upgrade gear, do gear cleansing, anything at all. It all takes time, and I don't have it, I have a lot of time. I don't understand how anybody would have time for this game. Really. It's brutal, man. Brutal. What a brutal game to get involved with. My advice to you is if you don't play this game and you haven't started playing this game yet, don't. That's the long and short of it. It's not worth it. It's just not. I guess with that, I'm going to get out of here for today, guys. I got some other things I got to do. My free-to-play account has absolutely nothing going on right now. I guess we could do a free-to-play update. I'm giving up on the mithrala. I literally torched all of my resources to try and get that, and I'm just devastated right now. I did not think Champion Chase was going to be that hard to fucking get 4,000 points, but we pulled 40 shards and we got absolutely nothing. We pulled 40 shards and we got absolutely nothing out of it, so what do you expect, man? I presume as the Champion Chase progresses, Plarium will come out with probably Void Shard packs. So I got Ninja, I 6-starred my Ninja, I bought the Masteries for my Ninja, I got decent reflex gear on my Ninja. I just got Ninja yesterday, so I've got decent Ninja. This account is like 35 days old. This account is 42 days old. I get to 500 energy tomorrow. Like, this is how far I got in the Serpentine event on my free-to-play account. Just because of the rewards alone are pretty good, right? I didn't go all in on it though. Like, I had nothing to go all in with. You know, but I did get the first tier done. The second tier is probably going to get done. The third tier might get done. There's some good stuff in here. Some protection gear, gems, soul stone would be nice. The 3-star mithrala would be pretty nice. Even if you don't have mithrala, it's still nice to try and get the 3-star because eventually you will get mithrala, and she will be good for you. She'll be a stalwart on your account. She's a really good champion. We're already doing brutal. I could probably 2-key brutal now, which is really nice. Like overnight with ninja, I went from a 3-key on brutal to a 2-key on brutal. Overnight. So ninja's a great champion. I don't even have any books on him. I'm saving my 1 legendary book for CVC. So that's free to play life for you, man. The one bright spot for my free-to-play account is my first legendary champion, which I'm very, very jealous that I didn't get this on my main account, was White Queen Ancora, who in my opinion is one of the best revivers in the game for both arena and for regular PvP. Because she's a buff remover, she's a cleanser, plus a reviver. Has a very good revive and a very good A1. Like, most revivers in the game can be defined by their A1. All the best revivers in the game have a very good A1. Like, Duchess's A1 is good. It gives her a 10% shield. And they're, you know, and, well, yeah, like, let's compare, like, all the good revivers to all the bad revivers. Or the average revivers. Like, you've got your Rector Draths, average reviver. A1 is a decreased attack. You know, you've got your, like, these are not bad revivers. But like I said before, they're just average revivers because of their A1. Like, you could tell if they're a really good reviver, they're going to have a decent A1. Decreased attack is nothing to write home about. But then you go over to like Sifi. And she's got a guaranteed sleep on her A1. Go over to Duchess. She's got a 10% shield equal to 10% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. On this champion and the ally with the lowest HP. Really good A1s. And can be also defined by their actual revive. Like, revive all with Veil and continuous heal is crazy. Block debuffs increase attack. And the passives as well. Like, your really good revivers are going to have insane passives. Decreases the damage from AoE attacks by 25%. Really good. Sifi's passive is nasty, like, especially if you have Rotos on the same team. She does basically a heal by 10% at the start of their turn, and then a 40% chance of removing Freeze Sphere from each ally at the start of their turn. Removes all debuffs from Rotos at the start of their turn. You know? So, I mean, I think the best reviver in a game is Sifi, obviously, followed by Duchess. And then probably even without, well, I'm talking about legendaries, okay? I'm not talking about mythics. For mythics, we have better revivers, but for like just standalone revivers, meaning like you don't have Rotos, you don't have Narcissus, just on their own, legendary revivers, I would rank Sethi, Duchess, and then Ancora. So with Ancora, you've got just a crazy A1. Has a 50% chance when booked of decreasing the cooldown of a random ally's skills by 2 turns. That on its own is just absolutely insane. She got reflex gear on a stick. And then you've got her A2, which is removes all debuffs from all allies, places a shield on them equal to this champion's max HP 25%. For 2 turns, you can build her really tanky, and the shield is going to be huge. Reminds me of kind of a miscreated monster, almost, in the way that she puts the shield on all your allies. White King Narcissus, if he's on the same team, also places a strengthen buff on all allies by 2 turns, and if that wasn't enough, you get a turn meter fill as well. And the passive is just nuts. Like, she takes all debuffs and places them on herself, all the nasty ones. So if your ally gets a fear, a true fear, freeze, provoke, stun, sleep, petrification, then on your damage dealer, she will take that off and put it on herself instead. Fills the turn meter of this champion by 50% if they miss their turn due to one of these debuffs. Really good in Clan Boss, really good in Arena. And if you have White King Narcissus on the team, it'll remove all those debuffs that I just mentioned at the beginning of this champion's turn. Also has a speed in all battles aura, a revive with 50% HP, 75% turn meter, and resets the cooldowns of all the revived ally skills. If the only other champion in the game that does this is Godseeker, and you know how good Godseeker is. This champion is better than Godseeker. After the revival, decreases the turn meters of all enemies by 10%. If White King Narcissus is on the same team, revives them with 75% HP and 100% turn meter instead. And if he is revived, decreases the turn meters of all enemies by 20%, and this cannot be resisted. That is insane. So just this whole kit is just overpowered. Even without Narcissus, you're still getting insane value from the kit. And if you put the right masteries on her, I'll show you what masteries I have on her. You can build her for many ways, but I have her built for Clan Boss right now because I don't care about Arena. I have her in War Master. But you could put her, if you're having her built for Arena, you would remove the offense and put in defense and support. So you could have Wisdom of Battle, has a 30% chance of placing a block debuffs on this champion for 1 turn when a Stun, Fear, Sleep, True Fear, or Petrification is removed from this champion. Also, Resurgent has a 50% chance to remove 1 random debuff from this champion when they lose 25% of their max HP or more from a single skill. Also, you can put the counter attack on so you can decrease those cooldowns. Mighty Endurance would be nice in this champion as well. And then obviously you could put like Unshakable for more resistance, Bulwark, but I would go with I would probably go with something like Elixir of Life just to get more HP, or even Timely Intervention would probably be pretty nice on this champion. Just to get more turns. And then go down like this route here, lasting gifts to increase the duration of the shields. Cycle of magic. Merciful aid, so we're increasing shields that she places. Rapid response. I wouldn't worry too much about this champion's accuracy, honestly. Like, the only thing that you'll need accuracy on this champion for is when you reduce the enemy's turn meter. But that's not even really that needed. Just for that alone, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I don't even have her booked. I just have her in reflex gear. But if she was booked in reflex gear, this champion is going to be getting their revive back like every 2 turns. So that's pretty scary. One of my favorite champions that I've ever opened. But the amount of luck that's needed to open that is I was open on my first... It was my first Sacred Shard, and I opened that. And then we got Morag Bronze Lock as well. So Morag is a really good champion for everywhere in the game. Even Arena, like early Arena, Morag is a beast. I don't have her in my team now because I've got Ninja as my debuffer. He'll place the freeze. I've got my speed lead, my damage dealer, and my increased turn meter and increased speed guy here, and my healer, so that's pretty much all we need. Don't need increased attack or decreased defense with this squad. Right now, anyway. Maybe later, if we can get the speeds up on all of our champions, I can look at removing Ninja from the squad. Or even, yeah, removing Ninja and replacing it with a decreased defense champion. Here's a team that I don't think we'll stand any chance against, but we can try it just for fun. They're a lot more powerful than we are, but we are a lot faster than they are. Their damage dealer is frozen. Well, one of them anyway. We're going to take a huge hit from Rathalos here. That's kind of scary. That didn't hurt at all. Gal got fully healed. Their Ethel doesn't hit very hard. I think Cora can stay alive here. Oh yeah. We might just have a shot. Ninja froze everyone. Ninja is very good in Arena. He can be your debuffer. He can also be your damage dealer. The problem is, though, that if you're using him in Arena, you're probably in the early game to mid game, and you probably can't build him out for both damage and accuracy. So just build him out for accuracy and speed is my suggestion in the early game. It's much more valuable to place his HP burns on the bosses, as well as his freezes. His crowd control is a lot better than his damage early in the early going. But in the late game, you can build him for both accuracy, speed, and damage, and then he becomes completely busted. So I cannot believe that they're giving him away for free again. But they did. Plarium did something right, I guess. So that's my rant for today. I'm not going to keep you guys for much longer. I'm just going to ride off into the sunset here and keep farming. And I'm going to take probably the next 2 weeks off of events. I'm through with it, bro. I can't even... The thought of doing another event right now just triggers me. So, I'm not doing it. Morag's like stuck here. Why is she stuck? She doesn't want to be on a team. She just wants to stay stuck here, I guess. All right. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Watch how hard Morag can hit. Little smack there, but then puts strengthens on all allies. If you can put an increased defense on Morag, she hits a lot harder. If you can build her up for damage, she's great for clan boss because she has the ally attack as well. So strengthens plus ally attack, and very tanky. So really good champion for PvE. Not so good for PvP, but you could definitely use her in PvP in the early game, probably in the mid game as well. I'd like to build out a damage Morag and see how much damage she could do with an increased defense and a decreased defense on the enemy. She could probably be your arena nuker if you had no one better. I mean, is she gonna out damage Kale in arena? Probably not. Because your Kale is gonna be your best. Your Kale is gonna have your best damage gear. He should he should. If he doesn't have your best damage gear, then it's probably on Wukong if you were lucky enough to get him. I was not aware that you could get Wukong. But yeah, that'll be it for today, guys. Good luck in your events if you plan to do them. And I will see you all in the next one.